Chapter 29. Death. It is urgent to understand in depth and in all the regions of the mind what death in itself really is. It is only in this way that it is possible to understand fully what immortality is. To see a human body of a loved one put inside a coffin does not mean to have understood the mystery of death. Truth is unknown from moment to moment. The truth about death cannot be an exception. The ego always wants, as is natural, an insurance of death, a supplementary guarantee, some authority that will take care of assuring us good position and any type of immortality beyond the terrifying grave. The myself does not have many desires to die. The ego wants to continue. The ego is very afraid of death. Truth is not a matter of believing or doubting. Truth has nothing to do with belief or skepticism. Truth is not a matter of ideas, theories, opinions, concepts, preconceptions, suppositions, prejudices, affirmations, negotiations, etc. The truth about the mystery of death is not an exception. The truth about the mystery of death can only be known through direct experience. It is impossible to communicate the real experience of death to someone who does not know it. Any poet can write beautiful books on love, but it is impossible to communicate the truth about love to people who have never experienced it. In a similar way, we say that it is impossible to communicate the truth about death to people who have not lived it. Whoever wants to know the truth about death should investigate, experience for himself, search as is proper. It is only in this way that we can discover the profound meaning of death. Observation and the experience of many years have allowed us to understand that people are not really interested in understanding the profound meaning of death. The only thing that really interests people is to continue in the beyond, and that is all.
Psychological continuity is in vain, transitory, ephemeral, unstable. Then they feel, without guarantees, unsure. They are terrified, horrified. They become filled with infinite terror. The wretched do not want to understand that everything that continues evolves in time. The wretched do not want to understand that everything that continues fades with time. The wretched do not want to understand that everything that continues becomes mechanical, routine, boring. It is urgent, necessary, indispensable to make ourselves fully conscious of the deep meaning of death. It is only in this way that the fear of ceasing to exist will disappear. Carefully observing humanity, we can verity that the mind is always found bottled up in the known, and it wants that which is known to continue beyond the grave. The mind bottled up in the known can never experience the unknown, what is real, what is true. Only by breaking the bottle of time through correct meditation can we experience the eternal, the atemporal, the real. Those who desire to continue fear death. Their beliefs and theories only serve them as narcotics. Death in itself is not terrifying. It is something lovely, sublime, ineffable, but the mind bottled up in the known only moves inside the vicious circle that goes from credulity to skepticism. When we really make ourselves fully conscious of the deep and profound meaning of death, then we discover for ourselves, through direct experience, that life and death constitute an integral, unitotal whole. Death is the depository of life. The path of life is formed with the tracks of the hooves of death. Life is defined energy and defining energy. From birth until death, there flows within the human organism different types of energy. The only type of energy that the human organism cannot resist is the ray of death. This ray has an excessively elevated electric voltage. The human organism cannot resist such a voltage. Just as a ray can tear a tree to pieces, In the same way, the ray of death, on flowing through the human organism, inevitably destroys it. The ray of death connects the phenomenon of death with the phenomenon of birth. The ray of death originates very intimate electric tensions and a certain keynote which has a determinate power of combining the genes inside a fertilized egg. The ray of death reduces the human organism to its fundamental elements. The energetic ego, unfortunately, continues in our descendants. That which is the truth about death, that which is the interval between death and conceptions, is something that does not belong to time and that we can experience only through the science of meditation. Teachers of schools, colleges, and universities should teach their students the path which leads to the experience of what is real and of what is true.